everybody, thanks so much for being here. Welcome or welcome back. This video, it's going to be something a little bit, just a tiny bit different. I am going to be reviewing my 12-week goals and updating my planners accordingly, I guess, to the week that I'm supposed to be in. I know that I'm a little behind on what I wanted to accomplish on week 1, which was last week, but yeah, it's never too late to kind of reset and keep going on where you're trying to go. So if you're interested on topics like this, I hope you stick around. I've been using these Exceed notebook from Walmart. It is one of my favorites. This used to be my former bullet journal to go notebook. I really loved the size of this notebook because it's taller as an A5, but a little bit slimmer, if you can tell here by my hands. I don't know, I have tiny hands, so it's not necessarily a B6 size and not an A5 either. It's just, I don't know, it's just, I call it the A5 Slim. So yeah, it has been one of my favorites for a while. I love the green paper that it provides, and it's dot grid. They do offer other options as well if you happen to prefer a different one, and I believe it has about 100 and maybe 200 pages. I can't remember exactly, and I don't know if it says right here. It might say in here. It actually has, let me tell you, 120 pages actually. 120. It is a 5x8 and 1/4. I think that's what it says. You can see dotted grid, and it has a pocket in the back and cream paper. The paper is 78 GSMs, so it's very thick, sort of. I mean, it's very thick. I guess comparing to the Benici. Perfect for markers and stuff like that. I used it with pretty much everything that I have. I haven't really tried it with fountain pens that I remember. Maybe I did. Let me see. Yeah, there's a fountain pen in here that I just happened to found in a lettering kit. So I don't know if you can tell right there the writing and how it looks. I like it, but I think that it bleeds through too much, so I'm not necessarily using it over here. I've been actually using my Sharpie pen for pretty much everything on my planners. So but yeah, anyways, I reread the 12-week year, and this time around I actually went through and took endless notes and highlighted pretty much everything in the book, and just took my time. I actually took about an entire day, I want to say, in a weekend, and went through my notes and my highlights and what I wanted to work on, and my information, I guess, that I answered from the worksheets or prompts, I guess, that you get throughout the book. I still have to kind of go back and review a few of them, because some of them I just kind of wrote tentative or drafts, but then I still want to go back and update them with a clear, more intentional goals. I did use this hour time or time blocking sort of approach for how I wanted to plan for the goals that I'm working on. Like I said at the beginning of the year, I'm not necessarily working on goals, more of I'm sort of focusing on more milestones than not. So I do have another video on that topic. If you happen to be interested, I can link it below. But basically it's just bettering myself, making sure that I am evolving as a person, as a human, as a wife, as a mom, as a student, and all that stuff, all the areas that are important to me. So based on those, I created this cute spread that I wanted to make it fun and approachable, and I just really wanted to have fun doing it, and really use the Bujo sort of setup approach here to make it functional but also fun and I don't know, attractive. So what I did was I went ahead and on the top I doodled the goals or the milestones that I'm trying to focus on. So self-care, family, home, learning, money, and travel. And then in here there's a quote from the book. There is the summary of the areas that I want to work on these different categories. And then here I have a week for each one of these cutouts are a week for the 12 weeks. And then another quote here, and then a summary here of the actual goal. So for example, for self-care, that's something I have been working on slowly every single month for a few months now, but I still want to, you know, get better and evolve, right? So I said that I want my body to be fit, my mind to be clear, and I see myself as a gym girl. Every day I do what I really love. So this it's like a summary of what I really want to do. So first of all, I want to continue my workout routine. I kind of have been tweaking it a little bit because just because I want to switch things around, but I still want to at least minimum work out 3 days a week. So that's what the main goal that I have for this next 12 weeks. And then as part of self-care, it's mindset, and just the portion of being clear and doing what I love includes not necessarily wanting to control what it's not in my control. So that's something that I have to, I guess it's part of wanting to see everybody also with the desire of evolution and productivity and all that stuff, but not everybody is in the same mindset. So, and that's okay. That is okay. I just have to allow myself to let them get to that point whenever they want to do. So anyways, that's just part of that. Then I do have other areas that I sort of I tried to make clear based on the SMART goal approach, but I guess since there are milestones, I guess for personal milestones, they're not necessarily measurable to a point. It's just more of a being mindful of I don't know, I just be mindful on a daily basis, and hopefully by the end of the 12 weeks I can see it change internally. So anyways, I wrote a few things for all the areas, and the idea is that I am focusing on one or two at a time, depending on if I can interlock a few of them. So what I did was the self-care and family time, I'm just kind of locking those two together, meaning that in the week I am focusing on self-care, and in the weekend it's more family and more mindset, more meaningful quality time. But then on these areas, even though I do have a certain goal for each of the areas, I'm focusing on these three, which is workouts, schedule, study or learning, which is I'm starting my semester on May 1st, so I want to focus on that. And then monthly transfers to complete my saving goal of the year, and that's something that I still have to do. I was kind of waiting until we came back from Japan and all that stuff and everything kind of set back into place, so now is the time to do that. So in May is the time for me to start setting those transfers. So those three areas are my focus. So this is basically a step, just one thing that I can do to make sure that I am working towards this goal of the saving the extra cash that I wanted to save. So after that, I'll do that. So yeah, anyways, based on these is where I pulling my information for my week. So this was last week. It doesn't really have a date to it. I did want it to begin on April 29 and it's supposed to end on July 22nd. So slowly working towards it, not necessarily feeling like I feel like I can do better. So I'm going to continue to work on this sort of approach for my week, but what I'm going to do is write one thing that I can do on my dailies so I can remember and work towards the goal. Took some time and wrote how I would like my day to go on a daily basis throughout the week. So I wrote my time. I liked to wake up at 6 a.m. and I'll use about 2 hours for my me time. Then I will work on my most important thing of the day. Then other to-dos that are not necessarily urgent, but they are important for the day. Then I will do a break for family time, other to-dos for the day, any other important things that still need to get done for that day or planning for the next day, and then reviewing any other important things at 5 p.m. and then at 6 I will review and get ready for the next day, and then the rest of the evening is just free time to do whatever. It could be my workouts, it could be my fun time, it could be anything, learning, studying, whatever that I haven't gotten to work on throughout the day and in the morning. So yeah, so that's the ideal. And then I just use a bar here to highlight, I guess, the days that I'm going to be working on this. So me time, I do this every single morning. It's something that it's kind of a routine right now, so but I still wanted to just kind of give it some time. So let's say that from Monday to Saturday, that's the first 2 hours of the day. Whenever I wake up, hopefully at 6, it will be for me time. And then on Sundays, the plan is to rest and sleep in, so whenever I feel like waking up. Then the next item, the urgent to-dos, are going to be from Monday through Friday. Same thing with any other to-dos, as you can see here, will be from Monday through Friday. And then the idea is that on Saturdays, the entire day is just for home care, family time, anything else that it's just more relaxed. And then the same thing for Sunday. And in the evening on Sunday, I do want to continue my habit, I guess, of getting ready for the week ahead. So this is my view, my ideal view on my week. And even though it's not necessarily that different from what I used to do anyways, I am still applying a few things and tips from the 12th week, which is, first of all, give it a day. Second, just focus on one thing every single day that you can do towards that goal. Just kind of break the goal going backwards into your planning, which is again something that I used to do anyways, but now I'm implementing it sort of visually. So yeah, so this is my week 1. It's already gone. I don't think that I did super good on it. I could have just work a little bit better on my workouts. I did, instead of 3 days, I did 2, which is still something better than nothing, but I still can do much better on that area. I did spend plenty of quality time with family, so that's a plus. I did not work on any home projects or anything like that. I believe I studied 1 day of last week, or 2 maybe. Did not set up any transfers and did not work on any drafting or traveling or any of that. And as far as the 3 main ones, like I said, I worked 2 times and I studied twice and did not set up the transfers. So this is one that I can just set right now and be done with it, and all I have to do is just come back in week 12 and review that everything's just going smooth. So that's something that I can do this weekend, and the other 2 is something that I still have to plan for the week. So anyways, this is my overview of my 12 weeks. So what I'll do is I'm just gonna use this information right here to plan my weekend. Now I'm gonna be focusing on my personal planning first and then work. So I don't know how long this video will take. I don't know if I'll be able to finish it today, so if anything changes in lighting or whatever, something like that, I will let you know anyways. That means that I just filmed 1 part today and the second part at some other time. So we are supposed to be, if I am using this again as a guide, I started on April 29, so that should have been last Monday. So let's just add week 1 here just for visual. Week 1, I am in week 2. Okay, I switched things around and just wrote the actual week on the right side of the page, and I still had to restart because I was counting it incorrectly. So I have started supposedly right on my week 1 was started on the 29th of April, and it's supposed to end, my 12 weeks is supposed to end on the 22nd of July. So it just ends on Sunday the 21st. So now that I have this view of my weeks, I can come over here and just kind of plug in what I can do. A lot of things will be repeating things. So for example, working out 3 days a week, it's just 3 days a week. I just have to kind of schedule them to the best day that I think I can manage. Usually on Mondays I have better energy, so I can pre-schedule it right now. It does depend on how I feel and what else is happening in my body, especially if I'm in those days. I don't necessarily work out on those days because I just don't feel comfortable. So I just kind of move things around when that happens. But let's just say that I do want to go ahead and plan for Monday. So I will do a workout here. So I can just do like a symbol instead of writing it. That way I'll have space for any other information that comes up for the day. So if I work out on Monday, maybe I can still work out on Tuesday. Sometimes I don't mind working back to back, working out back to back, but sometimes it depends on the routine that I do. Maybe the next day I do need to kind of take it slow. So but I can still maybe I'll say that on Monday and Tuesday I'll work out, and we'll see how that goes. And then I know that on Fridays usually I feel energized. I think it's like mentally, I know that the weekend's coming and it's more relaxed, so, and I don't know, it just gives me a little bit extra energy. So I will just pre-plan it here for Friday and then see how that goes. So this is supposed to be some kind of doodle of weights, but so if I continue this sort of approach, then I have my 3 days, and if I actually make them happen, then I conclude my I guess that week focus. The same thing will happen for the rest of the 12-week project. The only difference that will, I guess, happen that I do anticipate is that it depends on how I feel, and it depends on everything else that's happening on that day. So for example, on if I had an appointment, like if I wanted to just take 1 day of rest here and do the workout on this Thursday, I do have an appointment coming up, so I can't do it on that day. I don't necessarily want to schedule more than one thing like that on a specific day, because things can change and sometimes appointments can run a little longer, or we end up running some errands since we're already out and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't like to schedule too many things in one day. So I guess that this approach should be fine for my week 2. If I if I just stick to it, it should suffice my first goal. So the second is studying. So I am completing my project management certificate and also college classes. So I work grad school, so I do want to make sure that I'm studying at least the 20 hours a week, and that's a minimum. So I do know that the morning times is my best time to study, and I do know that again on Fridays I am disconnecting. Even though if I try to stay focused and productive, sort of, since it is Friday, it's just my brain knows that it's time to just disconnect and let go. So I prefer to schedule anything intense like that, studying, working, and stuff like that throughout the week during the morning time. So I know that on Thursday I won't be able to do that since we have that appointment. So I have this 3 days that I hopefully will be able to study. So let's just add the glasses. They're supposed to be glasses, I don't know. Maybe I could come back here and switch these doodles for something else, or maybe add stickers to it. But for now, I just want to have some kind of reminder that I want to do my studies in the morning. So here is workout. And workout. And then study. So I have those set, and then the last one was to transfer, and that's something that I can just do in one day. So I am just going to schedule it up here. So schedule transfers, money. So if I do that one, then I can just check that off for the entire period of the 12-week plan, because again it was just one step to take, so that should suffice that one. And so anyways, this is what I will do, I guess, on my main planner. And just to, because I open this one every single morning, it will be a reminder for me to, hey, I said I was going to work on this so I can get to my goals. This is what I'm going to be focusing first, and then move on. So from here, I will do just my days on my school planner, which I still have to set up. But what I will do is just kind of pre-plan what the sessions or the chapters that I have to read that day, or whatever it is that I'm working on, in terms of that on that planner. And then for the workout, I just kind of want to ensure that I have my workout outfit ready for those 3 days, and that's pretty much it. And then I also have been adding alarms to my phone to remind me to do it, usually at 6 o'clock or something like that. It's when I'm trying to do workouts for now. And yeah, so I guess that as far as my personal sort of planning, this is what I will do, just reminders in the monthlies, and then go from there. When it's time to set up my weeks, I would just come over here and start plugging in the things that I want to do, usually on the habits section, and I will add the priority of the thing that I said I was going to do. And then the other portion that I could do is just if I had anyways anything to do with content creation or work or anything like that, I would also add a reminder here just to kind of remember to look into that. But since I don't have my 3 main goals this month have nothing to do with work or content creation or any of that, then I don't have to add anything to my content planning. So but that doesn't mean I don't work on it. It just means that my priorities are the other areas, and then once those are done, I can focus on this. So what I've been doing is for my content creation is just really just plugging in the things that I want to talk about at some point. So this was one topic that I wanted to share in case anybody was looking for a new, I guess, idea or a different idea to apply the teachings of the 12-week plan. And yeah, so that's what I've been doing. I just wrote my notes in here, and I wanted to just share that with you, and that's part of my content creation. And I went ahead and created a visual here of a few months ahead, so I know what kind of topics I want to talk about ahead of time. And sometimes I can change, sometimes I end up making more than one video on that specific topic, or something like that, I don't know. But the point is that I do focus on these first, and then after that it's when I do everything else. And then actually this one is one that I kind of wanted to interlock with the 12-week plan, because it's a technique sort of to plan, which is color coding, and color coding for productivity. And I did a collaboration with Plan My One Life. Her name is Brittany. We talked a little bit about what topic we could chat in our respective channels, and that then we can refer to each other's tips and stuff like that. So I will link her video below on the topic, and in mine as well, in case you want to go and check that out. But basically it's just about, in my case, it's talking about techniques and ways that I use color coding to approach my week and make sure that I'm focusing on what I said I was going to focus. Even though this is my work planner, I still block in the times that I want to focus on more personal milestones. So I know that I have that time already compromised, and I want to, you know, anything that is content related or work related, it needs to be scheduled around that. So anyways, I will link those videos below, and yeah, I think that basically this is my way of using the 12-week plan approach. I hope that in one way or another it gives you some inspiration and ideas to set up your own. If you have questions, suggestions, or if you would like me to elaborate a little bit more, do let me know. And yeah, until then, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.